years old, and it's probably younger, is because young people are using online services a lot earlier. So chances are it's about 7 years old. But for anyone who has like a 4 or 5 year old, they're already using online. They already know how to go onto YouTube and watch various cartoons or music or whatever. So we have to understand that even though our 3 and 4 year olds are too young to be spoken to about online, we still need to be careful and change those privacy settings so they can't see inappropriate videos or anything else inappropriate whilst they are on our iPad and we are in the kitchen. Because if we leave our privacy settings open, it means that one wrong press, they can see something that's inappropriate, and we don't want that.
Keep your passwords private. Tell an adult if you receive a mean or strange message. Don't download anything without permission. It may contain a virus.
And I'm sure loads of us can kind of see, especially the ones with downloading stuff. If you have an email address, you know that we get various things, and sometimes it's click this link for this, click this link for that. We have to be really careful, but also, again, with the settings, with young people, when things are popping up, all kinds of things are popping up now, so we have to be aware of that. And also, if you are a young person and someone is sending you inappropriate messages or asking you to do something or asking you to send something, you need to find an adult and you need to let someone know. On the other side of that, parents and adults, we need to start talking to our children about online safety, and we also need to let our children know that if someone is talking to them inappropriately, that it's not their fault. It can happen to anyone, but we have to be available and responsive to our young people coming and talking to us, because a lot of that exploitation is based on our young people being scared because they're being threatened or they're being told something's going to happen to them if they tell an adult. So we kind of need to have that dialogue and conversation with them that allows them to know, you know what, I need to know everything so that I can make sure you're safe and that we're safe as a family. Thank you very much, ladies. Come and find me after, and I will bring you a book, and I will sign it for you. Can we have a round of applause, please? So I'm going to touch a little bit on exploitation, but I want to let you know that as parents and carers, it's really, really hard to know what exploitation is and what it looks like, because a lot of the behaviour is misunderstood as teenage behaviour. So how many of the adults in the room was told to come in at a certain time and didn't? Yeah, it happens quite often. So one of the things that I wanted to touch on is that young people regularly missing school and possibly going missing after school. Those are one of the things we need to monitor, because we do know that young people like to run off from school every now and then. But if your child is running off from school on a regular basis and not taking part, then we need to look at things like that. Also, if your young person is going missing for long periods of time and getting upset when you question it, we need to dig a little bit deeper. Now, a big one here at the moment is when our young person is appearing to have more money, unexplained gifts and possessions. So one of the biggest things that can happen around exploitation is young people are given things that they don't have. And I know earlier we talked about having certain clothing and shoes and mobile phones and stuff. So people that are exploited, they are targeted. And they are targeted because they might look lonely, they may have issues and problems at home, but one of the biggest ones is not having the latest mobile phone or the latest clothing. So we need to keep an eye out around our children and making sure that if they have got nice things, we need to kind of question that. But not just question that, we need to question, why would your friend give you those nice things? Because nobody just gives you nice things for no reason. Which means that one of the key things around the storyline in EastEnders is that this young girl's been given trainers, and she's been given money, and she's even been asked to bring her friend along, so already she's trying to bring her friend in, so her friend's about to be exploited as well. So we have to keep an eye out on those things. And for young people in the room, if someone is offering you money and gifts and things like that, you need to think about why would they be doing that. And maybe it's a conversation that you do need to have with your parents, and I don't feel that you should be worried about talking to your parents about someone who's giving you gifts and stuff, because your parents are going to be able to help you. The other one is the older girls and older boys targeting younger people. So we need to kind of look at our daughters and we need to look at our sons and see who they're around. We need to know who they're friends with. We need to know about their friends. Listen, a lot of parents say to me, I don't want that friend coming here. But I'm saying to them, if you don't have that friend coming here, they're going to go somewhere else. Absolutely. So you need them to be under your roof. Yes, so then you can keep an eye on them.
Mama would want that, you know.
Listen, and I know there's not a lot of guys in here, but if your sister is dating, I know you get upset. But listen, you need to befriend the boyfriend so that you know that he can't do anything to your sister, and vice versa. So you know, when we're parenting, we need to kind of turn things around. And I know, you know, I've got 2 sons and a daughter, so I kind of know. So we have to do reverse psychology with our young people. So if you are upset that your young person is friends with someone, get them round for dinner, after school, speak with them, find out about their family, because actually they might be a really nice young person, but you haven't given them a chance based on your child's behaviour. Yeah? Okay, so these are some of the top tips for the parents in the room. Spend time with your children and support and encourage them, and remind them that they should be able to talk about anything, even when things go wrong. Can't just talk about the good things. We need to start opening up conversation with our children. When things are going wrong, we really need to talk about it and discuss it. Why is my mic doing that? I'm trying to stay away. Again, as I said, stay alert to changes in their behaviour. So if they're quiet in their room, if they've got the odd bruise or markings, if they look like something's wrong, if their behaviour is changing, you need to be having conversations with them around that, because young people are engaging in unhealthy relationships. And not just unhealthy relationships around violence, unhealthy as in controlling. Not just males controlling women, friends are controlling each other. There is a lot of bullying going on and a lot of peer pressure from girls to girls. Doesn't really happen as much with boys, with the groups that I work with, but it happens a lot with girls. 1 week they're friends, next minute they're not friends. Everyone's sending stuff around, so just watch out for those bits in their behaviour. The other one is to take an interest in your child's social life. Follow them on everything, even if you have to make up another account.
I'm telling you, fake it till you make it.
Follow your children online, because we need to know what's going on with them. The other thing is, I think if you have a conversation with your children before they go online, you should be able to follow them. But once they're online, you're going to have a problem. So when you're allowing them, making a decision whether they should have Snapchat or Facebook or Instagram, have a conversation with them around safety and why you want to follow them. It's not just because you want to be in their business. You want to make sure they're being safe and that they don't have any inappropriate followers. Because the other thing is, people can pretend online, and someone might look like a young person, but actually we know that online older people pretend to be young people, male and female. So try and have that conversation before they get all their followers online and they don't think that you're digging around. What else? I just want to find all the key ones. So, helplines. Would you know where to go if you wanted to report an abusive situation online? Anyone? You would? Fantastic. So what I've done is I've created a library at the back, and I'm going to put it on the wall, and it's got various organisations like NSPCC, Children's Society. It's also got a key one that I work with, which is CEOP, they are literally the internet police. And they run a lot of courses, so for any parents who want to know a little bit more information, they actually run courses and they have online tools for 7 to 8 year olds and up. So if you're a parent and I've touched on a few things and you're really, really interested, go and check out CEOP. They are they're probably the most up to date with online information for young people. So I'm nearly finished. So if you have been affected by anything that we've spoken about today, I just want you to understand that it is not your fault. It can happen to anyone, and I'm going to be here until we finish today, and you can come and speak to myself, or You can have a look on some of the support services that I'm going to put up on the wall, photograph them and go online when you get home. If there is one thing you remember today, it might be the colour of my hair. But if you don't remember my name, I just want you to do one thing. Just take one thing from today. If it's just one thing that you take, share it with someone else. Because the only way that we are going to take this information and spread it on and actually try to combat some of these issues with our young people online is if we share. One of the great things that me and Danielle spoke about, we hadn't even met until today. We just kind of online, and one of the important things is that she wanted me to do this today, and I haven't actually done one publicly. I always do them in schools, so I wanted to kind of switch it up a little bit, but I think it's really important that we take this conversation and we start having it at home, because some of the things that we might think is basic actually isn't. And online apps and games, and every day there's hundreds more, and probably in the next 10 years,
A young girl that wants to speak.
Okay, you can come and speak after, At the rate that we're moving with technology, everything's going to change. Everything we do soon is going to be online. It's near enough there already, from shopping to everything is there. You can watch things, you can go live, you can do anything online. So we have to remember that we need to move with the times. So for some of the parents that might not have some of the social networks that I've spoken about, maybe you just need to go and have a look and see what they're about. Because sometimes our children will come to us and go, but all my friends are on it, and you go, yeah, okay. But actually we need to have a look at what they're on and make a big decision as to what they're on. And let me tell you, my last workshop was with 12 and 13-year-olds, and they were talking about 32, we calculated 32 apps that they speak to people on, other than your WhatsApp and your Instagram. There are so many. And let me just tell you the other thing. They can have a whole conversation with emojis.
Yeah?
No words.
No words.
Emojis. They can have a whole conversation around that. So working with young people is helping me to stay up to date, which means I can come here today and keep you up to date. So I will let you know that, young people, who remembers code? Dilagoo, yilagoo, salagoo. Sorry, I was showing a bit of age. So that's a bit of backslang that we used to use in front of our parents. Don't feel like you know everything, because we used to do that in front of our parents and they didn't know what we was talking about. Now young people use emojis, so we don't know what they're talking about. So we need to understand that online safety is really, really important, and everything you need to know is online.